Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mars. So today guys, we're doing something a little different. Did you hear that truck pass? Was it even a truck? So actually today is one of my dearest, best friends' birthday, Isabel Garcia. We are going to be honoring her today in this video. This is my channel, so I can do whatever I want, and I want to honor her today. And I'm wearing, you guys don't even know, this is like my favorite sweater or piece of item that I own because I don't have a lot of clothes, guys. She bought this for my birthday a few months ago and I absolutely love it. So I wanted to wear it today to show my appreciation. So anyways, how we're gonna do this today, I'm just gonna give a few words of encouragement, how I met her, like all these things, how much I love her and appreciate her. And then we're gonna get into some questions of how, like, what a best friend should know about another best friend. The reason why I wanted to do this is because, Isabel, I know that one of your top love languages is words of affirmation. So I was like, let's make a video affirming her with words. So here you go. I hope you enjoy, and let's get into this video. So I think we should do the questions first and then leave all the sappy stuff to the end, because I just feel like that's a better, you know, order of things that we should go through. So let's just start with some questions, shall we? Where can you always find her? So where could we always find Isabel? Okay, so one thing that you need to know about Isabel is that she takes her academics seriously. Like, look, she's a role model for that for me. She just takes it very seriously and she's really focused on her academics. So usually on campus and stuff, you'd find her maybe in a library or maybe in a lab or the science building. You'd probably find her in a dorm also studying. I mean, recently, this last year, she was in RA, so you'd probably find her in a room as well. Those are the top few places I'd say that we would find Isabel. When did we meet? Okay, so this was, I could not tell you the date. I bet I could look back. Ooh, should I try to look back?
Now it's way down yonder. I don't even know where I'm gonna find it.
But we met on the bus to go to All People's Church. And she was sitting like in the like seats next to me, but you know, you have the aisle and you have two seats. So she was in the one next to me. And I still remember what she was wearing. She was wearing like, you're kind of wearing like all white, Isabel. I mean, that's what I remember. You were wearing white pants, you had like a white shirt on. You looked good though, like, that's what I'm saying. You look nice, you had your hair down, you had like these nice sandals, because she has the nicest sandals, she has a lot of sandals.
Even though they have no support, because I can't do those, but you know, anyways.
She has nice sandals. And she was sitting next to me, and I don't know how we started talking, but it could have been her, it could have been me. We're both kind of people persons, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was any of us who started the conversation. But we started talking and just, you know, kind of just hit it off, and already she was like telling me about her life and like telling me about her brother and all these things and how much she loved the Lord and what she wanted to do with her studies. And I was just like, whoa, like, this person is so cool. Like, I wonder if we could be friends. Like, I don't know after this how it's gonna be. And then we went to church, right? And we decided to sit together. We stood up for worship and stuff, and she just starts singing, and I'm like,
this girl can sing.
Like, Isabel, you sing well. And I was like,
okay.
Now I gotta sing good too.
but anyway, she sang well. And after that, I was just like, oof, I hope we can be friends. And here we are. Back then, did you think that you'd ever be friends for this long? Well, we haven't been friends that long yet. I mean, it's only been like, maybe, I mean, I don't even know if you'd count it 2 years, but we've been friends at least like a year and a half. And I mean, since it hasn't been that long, then I guess I can't say.
I mean, I don't know how to answer this question.
But what I can say is that I wasn't sure if we were gonna be friends. Like, I was hoping we could be, because again, this is the beginning of freshman year. Everyone's trying to make friends. I was trying to find people who are on fire for Christ, and she was on fire for Christ, but I wasn't sure if she wanted to hang out with me. So, but I'm glad it worked out. Why do you think we get along so well? Isabel is literally the closest person to myself that I have ever met so far. Like, we are so alike, and people don't see this. Maybe it's just us, and we laugh about it all the time, but we are so much alike. Like, Isabel is really driven in her work. She does academics like well, like she like takes it seriously, studies for long periods of time like I do. Also, our top like love language is words of affirmation, so we both love that. We both believe that communication is very important. For us, like an outlet, like when we go to each other and hang out, like us, it's like talking, you know. And like when something goes wrong with us or something happens, we like to just be like verbal vomit, and we like to process things. And so we're both kind of like that. And we're also very like innocent, and I say this in like with a grain of salt, and being that a lot of times our friends are like, what, you didn't know about that? And we're like,
No, because we're pure.
and like So I feel like people get on us for that, but like we just, you know, we
stay away from such things, you know?
Yeah, I think we get along so well just because we are so much alike. We have similar goals, we have similar like motivation, like we just click really well. She's also we're a lot like each other in the sense of like we both are really good listeners and we love being there for people. We love being that support. She is so set and so steadfast in her walk with the Lord, and I feel like I'm finally at that place too. And so having two people like that is just like iron sharpening iron, and so we sharpen each other up, we encourage each other, we literally grow together. That is how we get along. What's your favorite memory of us? Oh, I haven't thought about this one yet. Okay, so it's not really like a
Oh my gosh, this sounds like so much fun.
or anything like that. I'll give you two. I'll give you a lighthearted one, then I'll give you the more sappy one. Let's start with the sappy one. I come to Isabel for advice all the time. Like, she is so, again, so strong in the Lord that like the conviction she gets and like the wisdom that she has and the discernment is unreal, y'all. Like, it's unreal. So I come to her with like different problems or different things or just life in general, and she just speaks truth like into me. And so I was like dealing with like somebody at the time, and you know, I was just like a lot was going on, and like I poured out my soul to her, and she just knew, she always knows exactly what to say. And like specifically in that moment, like that time, she had asked me to come down to print, you know, and like so I have a printer and she doesn't, and she had to print a whole bunch of stuff for like her science classes, so she would always ask me to print, and I gladly wanted to because I wanted to bless people with my printer. And so she would come down to print, and then I would tell her my stuff, and then she gave me a whole bunch of wisdom. And so many times she's like,
Oh, I'm so sorry, I wish I could like pay you back or like something for like all the times that I printed.
I'm like, you literally give me words of wisdom, like you're paying me back anyways. But anyways, if she hadn't come down to print that one time, like we wouldn't have talked, and it's just like, that was one of my favorite moments. Another one is, I'll put in a little video right now.
You look like you're right. Looks like you're a plastic bag on your head.
Oh! Oh!
Why are you ripping? That seems like it's...
Are you okay?
Now it's Isabel's turn. Get her.
No!
Get her.
Go!
Be my pants.
Get her!
No! I can't do it, she doesn't want
Do it.
Sorry.
She has to get it eventually. Sorry.
That's anticlimactic.
Yeah, so we love them face masks. They're fun, they hurt, but that was one of the funniest moments ever with her. So I love that. Is she a cookie, ice cream, or cake person? So I don't really know, Isabel, what your take is on cookies or like cake is, but I know one thing for sure is that you love
Butter pecan ice cream.
So I'm pretty sure you just love ice cream. I have this clip here too.
We're so happy because I got their butter pecan ice cream.
We were at a retreat and she was so excited that we got ice cream. Like, so excited. If she could be an animal, what would she be? I mean, I don't know what you think you want to be. I think you could be, literally, I'll just tell you the first thing that came to my head. I thought of a koala.
I don't know, just because I saw that on a show recently.
Or because you're just so like, you're small and you're like cuddly too, but like, you're so nice and gentle with people, you know? And like, I feel like koalas, so
Well, I didn't say sloths. Sloths are lazy and stuff.
but koalas like take their time to do things, and I feel like you're very like cautious and careful when you do things so that you do it well, and so like you don't rush into anything. So that's what I think of as like a koala. They don't rush into anything because they don't, you know, and it seems like they're taking their time for a reason, and they don't look like they're like a sloth where they're like, oh, it looks lazy and tired. They just look like they're being cautious. So I think you'd be a koala. Plus they're cute. Okay, if you died,
Which, okay, I don't want to think of that.
what would you want of her? On a more like metaphorical or like not a tangible level, I'd want her motivation to do academics. Like I have that too, but like when she has like certain homework or different things, she's like,
Oh my gosh, I get to do organic chemistry homework.
and we're like, Isabel. And we're like, we can't judge her. Like, why would we want to judge her for wanting to do homework? Like, that's the attitude we should all have. So she just has such a drive to do things. And I have that too, but like the drive is not as potent as hers. And so I'd want that. Describe her in 3 words. Oof. Driven. Steadfast. And I mean like steadfast in the Lord. And then discerning. Definitely. Those 3. She's also like cute and quirky and all those things too, but like if you just want like the solid, like what it comes down to with Isabel, I'd say those 3. When we're, this is cute, when we're 85 years old, what will we be doing? When we're 85 years old, what will we be, ugh. Why can't I say this? when we're 85 years old, what will we be doing together? When we're 85, man, we're gonna have the time of our lives. I feel like, okay, I can just see us laughing so hard. I mean, everyone says sitting on the rocking chairs, but seriously, both of us just talking about our lives, like living it up and like remembering like all the cool memories and just like everything we've learned, and we'll just literally be having like a hoot. We're gonna be saying hoot because no one says hoot unless you're old. Like,
Oh, that was a hoot.
but yeah, what else would we be doing? I feel like we just have a lot of fun. I feel like we'd go on walks together. Oh, that'd be so much fun. And then we would have grandchildren. They would play together. Like, we've already talked about our children, like being best friends with each other. Like, I don't know. I just think we would still be in each other's lives a lot because we're both very like intentional like that too. And like we want to be lifelong friends. So at 85, like, girl, let's just be in a retirement home together. You know what I'm saying? Or no, we'd probably still be out doing missions and stuff because, you know, we just keep going. If we'd met earlier, what would our relationship have been like then? So I'm gonna say like if we had met in high school. That is very interesting because I don't know who you were before college, but I know for me, I was not the same person. Like, as far as like my faith goes, and then the extrovertedness and bubbly person was still there, but it wasn't as much. Like, I was afraid to show that whole side to my friends, so I'd only show a little bit. I also didn't have that many friends in high school, like very, very little friends. But I think you would have been what I needed like throughout high school. Like, things would have been better if I would have had you just because of who you are and like the things that you bring to the table in our relationship, and it would just be so sturdy and like secured that like I just think I would have gone closer to who I am today faster if you were there high school time, I feel. And how to make them feel better in any situation. You like comfort and you like people to be around you so that you can, you know, talk to them and process things like we like to do. I'm thinking you still like to be alone sometimes, like a little bit, but you do like having people and having that support. Okay, so that concludes the questions, and now is the sappy part.
That was bad singing.
So Isabel, you are so special to me. Like, I cannot explain how special you are. I've never had a friend like you until I met you, obviously. I know that's very like cliche to say about people, but it's so true. And like, one of the questions, I wish I had met you earlier because you're just amazing. I remember meeting you and just thinking like, this girl is exactly the type of person I need in my life, and she embodies the type of friends that I want, you know, because you're kind of one of the, I'd say you're one of like the first friends I kind of made, but like we didn't become close until later. So even though I became close with maybe some other people first, I met you first though, you know, like out of like our, wow, I realized that out of the group, I kind of met you first and talked to you like actually first. Ever since it was more this sophomore year that we got closer, because you were living in another dorm freshman year and I only saw you every night at prayer and it wasn't enough, and I just love that we were in the same dorm this last year because I got to like see you a lot more. We would go to dinner, remember, like for 2 weeks or at least a week, like every night we had dinner together, and it was like the best thing. And then one weekend, like we just spent the whole weekend together, and that was so much fun. And just like having quality time with you is just so great, and I really, really appreciate it. I know that your time is valuable because you're pursuing 2 majors and you have a lot of things on your plate, and you were an RA last year and like you had all these things going on, and so I knew that time with you was valuable, and when we had it, I cherished it so much. And so I just wanted to tell you, Isabel, that you are such an amazing woman, such an amazing woman of God. Like, you push me farther in my walk all the time, with who you are, with what you tell me, with your discernment, like with all your words that you give me. I know that it's coming from the Lord. Some of your wisdom, all of your wisdom has really pushed me to be who I am today, has helped me in so many situations and so many times that I just really needed an encouragement, or I needed a word from the Lord, and you had that for me. You are so dedicated in your studies, and you're still working on it right now with you being in physics, and I'm honestly, I'm so proud of you. Like, if anyone can do what you're doing, it's literally you. And you told me too, like, the Lord has a call in each one of our lives that only we are able to fulfill. So I could not fulfill your role in what you do. You couldn't do what I do, and we can't do what other people do. So what you're doing is unique to you, and it shows a lot. You are so caring and so supportive. You were always there for me, and even times when, you know, it was you know, had that one night where we thought that I wasn't gonna make it because I was, you know, having another health episode that was very scary. Like, you stuck by me through that, and you spent the night with me in my bed so that I would be okay and I wouldn't be alone. And I just, that kind of friendship, like, is just the kind of people that you want in the rest of your life, with you in the rest of your life. And I know we're gonna be lifelong friends. Like, you're gonna be at my wedding, obviously. You're just so special, and the way that you see all of us, you know, and you love each and every one of us so much, and just the work that you put into our friendships, making them secure. So knowing that if we don't see each other a lot, if we don't get to talk a lot, you know, like over the summer or like during school, that we don't have to worry because our relationship is secured, you know. And so I just wanted to thank you for being a role model to me, and being motivated and driven. So many times when I don't want to do something, I think, you know what, Isabel is saying, no, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get this done. And I'm like, okay, I gotta do it now, you know. And so you're already inspiring me, and I'm sure other people, with the way you've been an RA, an amazing person. That hall loved you, still loves you. I've always heard so many great things about how you were just such a great RA to them, and the support you gave them, and just being a friend during their freshman year. And you're just gonna go on and do so many great things. You're pursuing music, you're pursuing medicine, and you're gonna go on and do great things. And the Lord is preparing and equipping you. And as long as you keep your head in the Lord, which you are in the center, everything else is gonna flow. You don't have to worry about anything, Isabel, because your path is going to be set before you. So I just wanted to let you know that I love you so much, and that I call you a best friend for a reason. And I didn't have people like you growing up. I wish I did. But you're one of the friends that my parents and I have been praying for ever since my freshman year of high school, so that I could have them in college. So thank you so much. I hope you have one of the best birthdays ever. You are 20 years old. That is so cool. Like, welcome to the real adult life. We are not teens no more. And I can't wait to continue living life with you. We're gonna make so many great memories, and I'm so excited to see what the Lord's gonna be doing in your life. So thank you for being at the milestones with me, for like my birthday, for my baptism, for those times when I was feeling like I wasn't gonna make it, the times that I was just in so much pain from like people who've hurt me, or just pain because health has hurt me. Thank you so much for being honestly a sister to me. So I miss you so much, and I hate not seeing you during this quarantine, but I can't wait to see you when I get back. So happy 20th birthday. Hope you have the best day, and I love you so much. Okay guys, so that concludes this video. I hope you really enjoyed me honoring one of my best friends that I have in college. I'm so blessed to have so many friends like her in my life, and I have other best friends that I can obviously honor as well, but today is her day, and so she deserves this. My catchphrase that I say at the end is gonna be directed to you, Isabel. So keep being you, Isabel, because you is the only you that you gotta do, and you already do it so well. So happy birthday, goodbye, and see you guys in my next video. That was a weird like, bye. Okay, see ya.